If they plant ginger, it pass that amount.
It passed $27 billion.
Yes.
Ginger alone. In Southern Kaduna.
For Abuja here now, I come now. It don't reach 1 month now. I can't tell my people take one letter, write to the police, and take one letter, write to the Minister of Solid Minerals. Say, people they come from other countries.
The mining, illegal mining, where they take place for Abuja here.
You know, lithium, where they take do battery all over the world.
Lithium battery, yes, sir.
They steal them for Abuja here. If they don't steal them, Abuja alone don't reach past some country. So
only on lithium alone.
Yes. No, I don't talk that of crude oil, whether they steal. I said, okay, make I talk about this solid minerals. We they write a letter. Now they take our hand, they chase the people who do them. Police no come, mining cadastre no come. Why they talk and be say the same government go say there's no money, but if they collect the money where they fee collect on behalf of the people, every Nigerian go get house, go they go hospital, go get scholarship like they do in Germany or Holland or anywhere. Nobody go suffer. Now we go to help our brothers where they Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, all those areas. Now we could come become correct country. So, but if they joke every year, they sing, you go, people like me, the time where I reach 50, I don't know. At the waka, I can't reach 50. I say, I don't reach 50 with that. So if I'm not serious with my life about Nigeria, very soon I go reach 60. I go reach 70. Only God know which time we won't go come out. So be like I say, I don't come to this world, I don't achieve nothing. Because I just make myself rich, make myself happy. Then my country. So that day, Minister Day there, everybody there, I can't take the newspaper of the day where I was born, January 8, 1972. I said, this problem I see for Daily Sketch, Daily Times, New Nigeria. Before I die, I go defeat these problems. None of them will survive me.
Amen. Amen.
So that is why I can't become serious with my life. I said, I know they do lawyer work again. Now, these politics, we go do them, we go see them, but our policies will be different. One, we go to say the truth. Whether you like them or you don't like them, we go say the truth. Two, we will do justice to everybody. Three, we go change something. We go have rich government. Because every time they say government is broke, Nigeria can't produce rich politician, poor government. For Obodo for everywhere. Now government is rich, now politician they poor. For Nigeria, government go poor, politician go rich.
Yes.
I can't show people with time 3 months ago, I don't go America, they do election. My friend will be minister for Obama. He call me, make I follow him around in the campaign. That person, Tom Perez, now minister for Obama government. That be minister of labor for Obama government. He can't be deputy attorney general before. He don't be this, don't be that. He no get $10,000 to do election. No get. Now the same house they live. He don't get. We can't hold small party, make people put money together.
Yeah.
They donate $200, $300 to do election. After the election, still they tell me say he don't even finish paying the expense of the election. Now small money he get. Nigeria here. People where no get money become governor. They can't reach past the state. The tax for the state, now then they collect them, put for pocket. Person come here, become minister. All in friend, they collect baggy people's land. They speculate them. So the baggy people, where they get the land, they do Wuse Market, they do Jikoi, they do anywhere. But we come from everywhere, come sit down here, we they collect 1 billion for land, Betama 2 billion. Now justice be that. So that is why I said, make we come do justice here. In the First Republic, the money we day for Awolowo, Azikiwe, Ahmadu Bello, Tafawa Balewa, Okpara, Osadebe, all the money we them spend, no reach the money we dey for FCT alone. No reach the money we dey for Abia State alone now. If you see all their budget combined together, it no reach the budget of Sokoto State. But they made more progress than we're making here. So that is the reason why I say the only solution to Nigeria's problem is not complicated.
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
Let us, because of the importance of waiting this man they talk, and today's edition of the program, we won't take permission from our regulators as well as the management of Human Rights Radio and Television say we go overshoot our time, because if I interrupt this man, say make I cut him short, even me, I no go forgive myself. And I no sure say when I go forgive me. When I forgive me, what the it go really hard. So continue, sir.
So make we know they talk am. Because anywhere you go, everybody could talk Nigeria problem.
Lamentation.
The problem be say, come now, make we know our contribution. The contribution be say, identify good people. But they come with some problem. Some of them know they get money. So if they look for politician, we also get money. Sometimes if you see someone like Abiola, she's a bet. Most of the time, the politician no get money. So if you want make an honest man with no get money, come rule you. Second, make you listen to them. And if you want understand politics, no they follow politician waiting that they talk. Every man get your own politics. If you there for your street, you no get road. That one are your politics. That one go tell you whom you go follow. If you get 5 children, 3 no get job, 2 no day school, that one I go tell you whom you go follow. If your husband they work, they know they pay salary, that one go tell you whom you go follow. If you go buy rice today, you can't go 2 days time, your money no reach buy the rice again. Now you go tell you who you go follow. Now the politician and their problem they can't solve. You too, come and solve your own problem.
Your own problem. So by voting the right person.
Where if he answer these questions for you and ask question. From the answer, you go no. Say this person is not waiting the talk. And then look people where they surround them. The people where make mistake for 2015, and they tell them that time. You know they look right, you know they look left. If someone say, I want to come solve problem of corruption, and the person will hold in hand for right, hold in hand for left, now it be corrupt pass. It can't be like Easter, where the man way good, they for center, then one thief for right, one thief for left. The man will come and help you. The people where they talk for them, where they carry them for inside aeroplane, they no clean, they don't be clean people. So you know, say this man don't join gang. So yes. So now we don't wise for that one. Every experience, make we no regret them. Every experience, God teach us lesson. No be say God wicked. Now make Israelites to stay that long for Egypt. For them to appreciate good government. So this thing where we don't suffer now since 1960 reach here. Now we go open the gate and come out by ourselves. God don't open the gate. The time where we don't learn our lesson, so we go come out. If we don't learn our lesson, we go enter again.
Thank you. Make we appreciate them. You still dey talk. I want give you 10 more minutes, make you address us so that people wait there for studio will fit ask you questions. But my own question, after you talk finish now, all these things where you talk finish, how you go tackle them? How you go undo some of these wrong things where you don't mention? And how long it go take you, milestone by milestone? In your first year, see what you go achieve. In your second year, see what you go achieve. In your third year, see what you go achieve. And how you plan to achieve them.
Number 1, I go start my work before I enter. I don't start the work now. To be a good president, you have to be a good presidential candidate. If you miss it now, you have missed it already.
What makes you a good presidential candidate?
You must avoid politics of money. You must avoid being indebted to people who will not let you make the change.
Godfathers.
Yes, you must stop running an expensive campaign that will make you to be collecting money from people who are doing subsidy fraud. People who are stealing solid minerals. People who are stealing crude oil. People who are promoting war in order to make money for themselves.
And eventually, you may not be able to punish them when you become the president.
You cannot because
they use the money, the proceed,
to put you there. So that's number one. And that's what we are doing. Second, before we enter there at all, immediately we get elected, we will publish the name of all the people we want to make ministers, the portfolio we want to give to them, so that Nigerians can start talking about them. The way we are going around campaigning, that's how we will go around from town to town. This man here, you see, he is likely to be our finance minister
of Agri.
What do you know about him? People will be asking questions. And you will see them that these people are not here because they have money to give anybody. They are here because you have been wondering, why is this man not in government right from time? Everybody knows that this man ought to be there.
Within the community. This man should have been given an opportunity. Yes.
So if you want to put somebody in justice or human rights commission, he will have been coming to Embelembe for a long time, coming to do justice here.
It's Brekete family.
Brekete family will have been saying Embelembe for a long time and finding solution to the problem in the Brekete family. So people already used to him that this man is a good man. This man has nothing to gain. The same thing for agriculture, we do like that. Then 3, when we get there, everybody knows that the president doesn't want anything. The first lady doesn't want anything personal. The vice president doesn't want anything. So what we want is service. So the way people can call into Human Rights Radio, into Brekete family, that is how they can call into the Federal Executive Council. At the end of the session, there will be an open 2 hours, 3 hours.
For Nigerians to call in.
Yes. That thing you mentioned, they don't do the road though.
Hey!
It's like that.
So Nigerians from Ogun State, from Anambra, from Sokoto, can now call in and say, our senator is not performing.
Yes.
That road,
the minister is lying. There's nothing here. And then the government of Nigeria, quarterly, the entire executive council will go to Kaduna, stay there, do meeting, see everything. So there's transparency. But there are 5 problems we need to solve. One problem Nigeria has is accountability for our money. As I'm telling you today now, people know that there's corruption. But what they don't know is that corruption is 10% of the waste. Our people in government, before they can steal 1 billion, they've allowed foreigners to carry 99 billion away.
In order for them to make 10 billion.
Yes, because they allow the white man to be wiser than them. So because you want to take money of your people, you award bogus contract. That will not be done. You allow people to come from outside to steal your resources, all of that. You go and take bogus loan from a country that is richer than you. Half of the money is kept there, and you sign. So the money that you're supposed to use to do 2,000 kilometers of railway,
the money is still there.
It's still there. You do 89 kilometers railway.
And then they bring prisoners into Nigeria.
Exactly. So that will change. So when you have accountability, you will not have debt. Because I have never heard anywhere where a rich country borrows from a poor country.
Except Nigeria.
Except Nigeria. So that will deal with the issue.
You borrow to squander.
Exactly. Third thing we are going to deal with very carefully is the issue of employment. Nigerians are naturally not lazy. So a government...
Some are lazy.
Naturally not lazy.
Okay, naturally.
Because the laziest person here is still more hardworking than someone else there. I've worked in some countries where they must take 2 hours siesta in the afternoon.
I no go pay you salary.
But it is the law. They must take 2 hours siesta. Otherwise, their head's already hot.
Now you get the company with that.
Yeah. Yes. But it's like that. I don't want to embarrass them by mentioning them.
Okay, no mention.
Yes. So they must take the 2 hours siesta. Even when they write on the door, close for lunch, 2 hours. And after 5, if you say you want to pay 2 times the salary, overtime, they'll say, no, I'm not doing overtime. Yes. They will tell you, I'm not doing overtime.
Now because them belly full. And now because they are hospital, they work.
If you say, come to work on Saturday, they don't go. In my office in New York, sometimes during summertime, me in Nigeria, I will be the only lawyer away there. The rest have gone to the beach. They've gone to Mexico. They know they play with their summertime. So Nigerians how people want to work. I've employed Nigerians. I've employed foreigners. I have never been in a company where, whether in Nigeria or overseas, where I've employed Nigerian and any other person has worked harder than that Nigerian. It's not likely. Nigerians work very hard. What the government has done, which is a big mistake, is that it has created a system where if you work day and night for 30 days, you will collect less than 10% of somebody just shouting, "Arasa," to somebody. So it makes people to think, I'm not stupid.
Okay.
Why would I go and work from morning till night, work?
For 1 month.
For 1 month, I guess 40,000.
And this person doing...
This person just say, he's collecting 100,000. So people just say, there's no need. They too are joining it. A political thug who built 3-bedroom flat.
Yes.
Is a lecturer will lecture for 40 years.
You know, even
so
2
that
bedroom.
is the reason why some people are saying hard work doesn't pay.
In Nigeria.
But originally, Nigeria believed hard work. So we'll restore that. And we are going to create, people say, why are you saying it? And I'm telling you that it's very simple. We'll create 30 million jobs in 18 months.
How? This government been done make that promise that time.
This government decided not to be a government after they elected them. Remember that for 7 months, they didn't form cabinet.
And they are taking their time.
Yeah, they are still taking their time up to now. So the issue is this. Look at, for example, if you want to fill all the potholes in Nigeria, start from Abuja to Kaduna. I've gone around Nigeria. I've been to every of the 774 local government with my 2 legs. If you start that work to fill potholes,
you must employ Nigerians.
You must employ people. So all you need to do is to employ 10,000 in every local government. It is not complicated.
How? Where you go get money, pay them salary?
The money they are you stealing this crude oil is enough to pay salary for 40 years. If a country can close its eyes and routinely be losing $4 billion, sometimes there's
$4 billion every year.
Not yet, every quarter. 4 billion.
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months, sometimes every 2 months, depending on how the oil is produced.
$4 billion.
$4 billion routinely lost.
$4 billion.
Lost. At a time, one consultant made money. Do you know how he made money? He discovered that oil company are not returning the money to government. Just wrote government a letter. Oil company is owing you, but you don't know. They say, can you find it for us?
I know the person.
Within a short time, they discovered that they are owing. Eventually, the oil company said, we're owing $6 billion. Okay, we'll pay you.
Only $6 billion.
$6 billion. Dollars.
And Nigeria accept and say now only $6 billion.
Yes. Now, we are in the 7th train. Go to the 8th train.
Person
of
thief
gas.
my things for inside my house. He hold on for sack.
Is the one to tell you how much is inside?
Now, he say, now only 6 days inside.
Yes.
And I no bother to say, open the sack, make I check. He say, oh, yeah, give me the 4.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
So, now, so when you collect all the money, you'll be able to pay people well. But there are 3 things I will do in addition to that. To pay people 100,000, 50,000 is not important. Because when my father married my mother, he was not earning up to 300 pounds. So the amount of money is not the issue. It's what the money can buy. So people come out and say, I will increase minimum wage to 80,000. God forbid.
That's it, devaluing your money.
No. What matters is that every worker will have a house. You will have public transportation. How can you have a country? If you have the cities in Nigeria, I calculated the major cities in Nigeria, I came to 2,300 major cities in Nigeria. So if you have transportation, public transportation is the 2,300 of them. That's why in London, bus drivers, they produce children who are doctors, pharmacists, because you have a 35-year, 40-year job as a bus driver. So you make sure
where El-Rufai just work. El-Rufai but work for some years. Babambola Pakam.
Exactly. Because the problem they have is that you have to do the roads, you have to buy the bus, you have to also replace the bus as you buy them. And you have to make sure that people in government use that bus. Because you will not pay them. Look at the injustice of this. Permanent secretary lives in Metama. He comes to work in Federal Secretariat. He has 2 cars. The typist that is typing for this is living in one-man village and taking one chance to come to work. They are all working for the same government. Is that justice? There's no justice in that. That is why other countries have public transportation. Not because they
and I don't ever see prime minister for inside bus.
Is there?
I don't ever see prime minister for on top of bicycle.
At the time when I was a lawyer in London, the managing director of Mercedes were doing a case together. Managing director. Both of us.
Mercedes company.
Mercedes. Both of us will sit inside bus. We'll enter train underground to go and attend the meeting. But that is the CEO.
Of Mercedes.
Yes. So you have to make your country work for your people by providing social services. Then you build like Jakande did in Lagos. And Jakande also did. It was because of Jakande that Abacha built Kwarimpa Estate. So you have to build 100,000 houses in every state every year. So
how possible?
It's very simple, because if you look at the amount of money stolen from saying they are fighting Boko Haram that they're not fighting, that people are stealing trillions
in the name of fighting Boko Haram
that they're not fighting. The soldiers that you are using to fight Boko Haram, they are squatting inside barracks.
But their generals are making billions of naira.
So what you need to do is just to divert the waste. Because if 3 problems that a president will have, he has 3 problems. If a president collects excess money from wrong people, even if he's stubborn and says, I don't belong to somebody, I don't belong to nobody, the people who give you money know that you are just joking. How can you not belong to me when I put $1 billion in your campaign? You don't belong to me, how? So you must avoid that one. Second, you must avoid yourself or family members being seduced to become contractor in your government. Because once your family member goes to a minister and they give them $1 billion contract, they will use that name to steal 10 billion. Anytime you want to open the file, they will say, sir, is that contract we'll give to madam that time? That is it. You can't talk again. 3, you must avoid the devil of second term.
Nothing. Prepare your mind for one term.
After you God takes your life in 2 months. Do you know tomorrow? You do your job on daily basis. That's why I say, give us this day our daily bread. Because nobody knows tomorrow. You cannot, anybody praying to God and say, God, give me food till I die. God will not answer that prayer, because he has told you, pray to me for your daily bread. So you must go to work like any worker. I do my work today. God may call me tonight. I may go to work and not come back home. So you must do that work on that daily basis. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, second time, because they will confuse your government and you'll be raising election money and your government will become a criminal government. So if we're able to do that, then we must invest money in education. You must take every child out of the street. You have enough money to do. In Cuba, they didn't have money, but they said to themselves that in 1 year, they will eliminate illiteracy. And when it was
Fidel Castro.
Yes. They celebrated when the last illiterate was educated.
They celebrated
They celebrated. Some people are doctors. They will finish from hospital. They will go and be teacher in the afternoon. Some will work overnight. Some are soldiers.
Oh my goodness. See commitment
In war,
to nation building.
at the time they were in the war front. And Che Guevara discovered that he has soldiers who were not literate because they were fighting to defend the country. But he said, no, we will fail in our objective. So during the war front, when they are not shooting at them, he will be teaching them mathematics. They will be in the bunker and they will pass a math exam around. And they taught themselves. Today, they have zero illiteracy.
In Cuba.
In Cuba. And if you go to Cuba, you see somebody who is like Mama, our Mama here, 80-something years old. If you say, why are you going home? You say, I want to go and meet my mother.
She herself.
Yes.
She is going to greet her mother.
Her mother. Because their healthcare is
It's top notch.
Top notch.
It's better than America's.
far, far better.
People, they leave America, they go
Yes,
to
and
Cuba.
they send doctors all over the world. That small country. So
Cuba.
that's what I'm saying, that you must, as a matter of importance, eliminate 5 things from Nigeria. Hunger. You can do that. You won't have poor people in Nigeria anymore, because once you eliminate hunger, one is out. Eliminate poor housing, that's out. Eliminate people not having medical care, that's out. Eliminate people not having education, that's out. Eliminate people not having simple infrastructure like post office, like public transport, things like that. So even if you are poor, they give you a card.
Yes.
You use that card to tap on a bus.
Yes.
You give you a card, you can go to a local government and eat food. They give you a card, you can go to hospital. The rich man will be displaying his money. You have nothing to worry about. You will say, what concerns me? After all,
I'm comfortable.
if I don't have food, I just go and get food. If I'm sick, I go to the hospital. If I have children, they go to public school. And it is a public school that creates a country. When I was in university, the vice president of Nigeria, the daughter was my friend, we were in the same school. When I was growing up in Ondo, we were princes from the palace. The Power Tapas children, all of them, they sit down with us in the same public school. Sometimes they do better than you. They are professors today. So we need to bring these things back. That is the essence of government. That is why I joined the Social Democratic Party, that is to say, the little to the left, that the solution to Nigeria's developmental problem is by investing in the poor. That's the meaning of that social. That is social investment. It is not by creating billionaires that have private jets and all of that. I'm not against that. And I cannot deny that I'm a comfortable man myself. But the solution to solving the problem of Nigeria is investing directly in the poor, not giving more money to the rich, that the rich will become so rich and become generous to the poor.
As we speak now, one person is in charge of waiting be this gas, waiting they put for generator.
Diesel.
Yes. One person is in charge of diesel.
Yes.
One person is in charge of cement.
Yes. Sugar.
One person
the same thing, wheat.
What is wrong with us?
Yes. And we're looking. Whereas before, if you go to Kaduna refinery, that when they put that refinery there, more than 80,000 families were all connected to that refinery.
Yes, sir.
And the idea was that they will expand it, will build more. Now, Alaja Steel, Ajaokuta Steel, all these industrial estates, sugar company, Bashita, all these things were planted around Ikorabasi.
See Kaduna Textile Limit.
There will have been no Oshomole today. It was because that's not Kaduna Textile. No money to go to school, no education of any seriousness.
Go join them
as a tailor. That's it. From being a tailor, became leader of tailor union. From there, textile garment union. From there, labor union. From there, governor. Now, he's an artificial big man.
Oh, artificial big man.
Yes.
Okay.
So you need to have employment for people, so that when you have employment for people, they have staff school. You remember in those days, Better Insurance, Boko Cement,
Yes.
they even have some football club. So from industrial combined, you will be able to now raise people. If you had a family member who is working in NEPA, all the poor people in their family will send their children to go and live with the person. That person will attend staff school of NEPA and all of that.
Yeah.
That's how we're building. All these professors we produce today, they arose from these production centers.
Thank you very much.
So this is what we need to restore in Nigeria and improve. More so, and more important, last note, new industries have come out. Crypto engineering, software engineering, all these POS that we are doing, payment system. Some of the jobs I wanted to create in Nigeria are just for call centers of major companies. If major companies that I have represented before, if they agree to come to Nigeria, you will create at least 2 million jobs from people working in services.
Companies you have worked for before.
Yes.
If they will agree to come to
And
Nigeria.
they agreed. I will send you the video so you can play it. And when I was in Washington, when I discovered, I told them I was running for office, the Chamber of Commerce met with me, and 2,000 American companies signed undertaking that if you are in leadership of Nigeria, will come and create employment for you. That's how we got the 30 million job. It was an open ceremony in Washington, D.C. Ambassadors were there, everybody was there, African Union were there. And they will come. Why? No, they are not doing you a favor. They are short of people who speak English all over the world. And they want you to call to their call center. You want to make one complaint. You buy something from Amazon. You call the center. So the center sometimes is in India. It's in this place. It's in that. And we speak very good English. You know that we are here. Second, medical records. Hospitals all over the world maintain medical records. And Nigeria are very good at it. So they don't want Nigerians to have to try and come all the way. They want to bring the job to meet you here. That is why you see that in Nigeria, in America, they will say, you can't enter the country. But after a while, they discover that most of their job goes to meet the people where they are. There's agriculture. Agriculture, land is not replaceable. We have the best land for agriculture. So they will come and grow food. In Plateau State alone, growing flowers in Plateau State, companies all over the world will be shipping them with
flowers alone.
Flowers alone. Billions. This Christmas now are billions. So there are many things, but you need to have a government that is behaving like a government. And what would the government do in conclusion? Let me tell you 5 ways you're going to know whether you have a government or not. Pick any government letterhead. Call the number that is there if they are going to answer you.
You no go. Even if you go, they no go pick. Hey!
Second, write a letter to anybody in government. See whether they will reply.
But like, Osibanjo, they reply us.
One man, he reply ordinary president.
Yes, sir.
Who himself is a government of the people. Will he reply a pine wine tapper in Jikoi? So, 3, if you want to know whether you have a government, as you are passing, if you are thirsty.
Okay. They said in the 9 mobile staff there outside, please bring the 9, bring them in, please.
So if you want to know whether you have a government, if you are thirsty, go to the nearest tap, whether water will come out. Post a letter. Go to post office and post a letter to your neighbor or somebody somewhere. If the letter is delivered, you have a government. Lastly, when you have a problem or you are lost, if your neighbors can say, go to the police and report to them. If you are hungry, if you one time I had small babies. My wife was driving in the snow. She said, my car stopped. She was calling me. I said, why are you calling me? Just stay there. Police will come and rescue you. She said, I said, just relax. She has not finished. Police knock. Madam, do you have a problem? So you want a country like that. That is when you have a government.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, let's appreciate it. I Are we enjoying ourselves? Are we getting educated? Are we getting informed? Please, let's appreciate him once again. The number to call, okay, we've been no announcer. If you get question for him, please just indicate. And then before they go ask you the question, if you become the president of this country, what are you going to do with subsidy?
First, let me tell you something about subsidy. They are playing one trick on our mind. Subsidy is not what they are doing. It is fraud in the name of subsidy. Because what they are doing is that they are assuming that we in Nigeria are consuming more petrol than the whole of Africa combined. So if they are only paying for the subsidy, we will not even know the amount. It will be so small. But it has become a window to make emergency.
So they get jump what?
Yes, you could see the quarrel between the Custom Controller General and the MD of NNPC, GMD. When GMD says it is smuggling, Customs says smuggle what? Through where? So both of them are lying, but one lie is bigger than the other. So what I'm letting you know is that subsidy can go. Simple. If you do three things. One, you make sure that the refineries are working. Two, you take the ordinary person away from dependency on petrol by making public transportation available. So if I know that I work in Federal Secretariat, I live in Jikoyi, I live in Woman Village, I live in Maraba,
and there are
buses. By virtue of the fact that I'm a civil servant, my ID card will make me enter a bus. How much you sell your fuel is not my problem. Remember that the third thing you need to do is to ensure that there's no fraud in it. Every pump is metered. So when we audit this thing, you will see it. You cannot go to a fuel pump without them metering what they are selling to you. What we are consuming is the aggregate of all those meters. And there are electronic systems where those meters will submit the aggregate to you. Straight away. Immediately. Because you cannot operate a meter.
Not this assumption.
No, the assumption is deliberate. So it is one way to take money away. That is it. So in our own time, you will not see it.
Thank you. Yes, Elder.
Thank you, Ordinary President. Your Excellency, I have always listened to you, but you appreciated all you have been talking and saying. But you can agree with us that this platform provided you enough bigger space to expound all you have been talking to Nigerians. Thank you so much. When you started, you talked about the presidential system and, of course, the prime ministerial system. It looks like you are more inclined to having a prime ministerial system of government than the presidential system. And, of course, you talked about constitutional change. In other words, are you assuring Nigerians that as soon as you become president, you will try to ensure that there is going to be a change in our own constitution? Maybe we may go back from the early 60s when we had the prime ministerial system. Maybe it paid Nigeria more or so. Are you inclined to presidential system, prime ministerial system of government than the presidential system of government? Second, now you have so much in stock in your brain. You are a good presidential material. But you also mentioned something here very interesting. You said, we are merely removing presidents. We are not changing government. So my question would have been like, why are you shooting at the presidency, taking a shot at the presidency now? Wouldn't it have been possible for you to go from the Senate, perhaps contest governorship tickets, and then from there, probably it could have been easy for you to start building up this Nigerian dream we are looking at?
At that time, we don't turn papa. We no go campaign. What stops him from being the president? He is young, he is energetic, he has the track record, and above all, he's intelligent, and above all, he is committed to getting it right in this country.
You are right, ordinary
so
president.
when you waste your time, do senator, waste your time, do governor. By then, you are 60 something.
Ordinary.
They would have gotten you corrupted even at the National Assembly. One money where they go share for one committee, they go commit you. You are committed.
Ordinary. You know, in Borno State, we keep talking about the governor there, what he's doing. We compare him.
Was he a senator?
No, wait, let me finish.